All right, we're about to start another Kerbal Space program, picking up right where we left off. Go ahead and bring some of this audio in, and I have on, if he's still there, I have Mesophesto in Discord with me, who was just playing some Sea of Thieves with me in Friday Night Smite. We're going to go ahead and bring up our screen right there, and let's see here. We're gonna pop that up, and how do I bring that one down? There we go. Boom. There we go. Alright, so I have here my calculating sheet, something very important for me. Figure out delta V, etc., etc. Hey Abraham, how's it going? Looks like Mesophesto has stepped AFK or something. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and resume. Saved Woody's Rockets. We have tons of science, and we have tons of funds. You know, we have tons of science and tons of money, and I want to see what we can do with this. So, going to take a look here. We're going to start by going here and seeing what we can do with this much science. Alright, so let's see. That is 45, and that is 90. That's 130. We could actually build, we could actually get that and that with what we've got, which would make building our rockets so much easier. But if we come down here, we could get batteries. There's no photovoltaic cells yet. More science. Radiator panel, okay. Antenna, yeah, we could do that and then that. So we've got two ways to go. We could either go and get this for, because that's photovoltaic, I believe. Yeah. So we could either do that and get ourselves a satellite up there, or we could also do that, but that's more air aviation. Or we could do this. Yeah. Wait, do we have to have that and that in order to get this? I don't remember. Requires any advanced rocketry general construction. I think this is going to be more important. We definitely want that. Okay. I do want that so bad, but I want this one even worse. Now we still have 25. I don't think there's anything we can actually get right now. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing we can get right now. But yeah, this is going to make a huge difference in our rockets. Like that one that I just built that I had a hard time going around. Where is EOD at? You know, I haven't seen him, Abraham, not since the other night when he made that very generous donation. I haven't seen him since then. But yeah, okay, so now let's take a look at our, oh, well, first of all, we're actually going to go here. And I think I might have already upgraded it once. Okay, so I don't need to upgrade it again. But let's take a look at our missions here, first of all. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see what missions we have. Conduct observational surveys on the moon. Okay, that we have to be near specific points. There, okay. Explore Kerbal. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. We're going to do that eventually, but we're not going to do it yet. Okay, ferry a VIP, fly by the moon. This VIP wants to fly by the moon, and we'll get a decent amount there, but not... Okay, what is this? Another person wants to fly by the moon. Okay, so we got 2 people that want to fly by the moon. If I had a way to take them both, which I will later, if I had the way to take them both, I would go ahead and do that. Okay. Oh, transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbal. See, now if I had that satellite, boom. 3 tourists. Okay, fly by the moon, suborbital space orbit around Kerbal, or fly by the moon. Oh man, that's a ton of money to do. What is this? That's the same. Wow. So many people, all they want to do is fly by the moon, and they give me so much money. Let me Let me take a look. Do I have a way to even ferry people? Get to orbit of the moon and do research and fly by the moon at the same time. Well, yeah, that's obvious. Go to the orbit of the moon and do research and fly by. That's kind of obvious there, ostrich. Okay, let's see. Pods. I got better fuel tanks and stuff, but I don't have any way to take tourists yet. I wish I did. Wait. What is that? I do have a way to take it. I can take 2 tourists at any given time. Okay. I can take 2 tourists. Nice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head back out. Okay, return to Space Center. I can take 2 tourists at any given time. So, I'm going to fly. I'm going to take tourists to the moon. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna take 2 tourists to the moon. I'm gonna fly in an orbit. I'm not gonna try to land on the moon. But I am. Okay. Where? Okay. That's 3 tourists. Ferry 2 tourists. All they want to do is fly by the moon. Fly by the moon. Okay, so there we go. Yikes. That is a whole bunch of money there. This is going to be a nice budget for me. It only took 33,000 for me to get to past the moon before, so we're going to go 48,750 plus 8125 plus 8125 plus 73,125 plus 8125 plus 8125 plus 8125 equals 162,000. Nice. 162,500. And I multiply that by 0.4, and that gives me a budget of 65,000. It will not take me that much to... I'm not Sprat. I don't know what you mean by that. So we're going to do that, and that's basically the same thing twice. I could do the same one. That'd be hilarious. Just do the same mission twice. That's exactly what I'm going to do. There's all fly by the moon, orbit Kerbal, suborbital spaceflight, orbit on Kerbal, fly by the moon. Fly by the moon. Yeah, I'm going to take those. I'm going to take both of them. And I'm just going to do the same mission twice. So I'm going to build a rocket. And yeah, it's essentially just gonna, I'm going to orbit. I don't need to orbit the moon, but I'm going to. All right, so I'm going to go here. And I've got a lot of money now. So I'm going to upgrade this one, 150,000. Much better. Okay, I'm going to upgrade this one. There we go. Flight planning available. Can I upgrade it again? Okay, what if I this and upgrade this one? Unowned object tracking. I don't really care about that. DSN power. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go here. How much is it to upgrade this one? Let's go ahead and upgrade that one. It's important that I upgrade that one. All right, and so here we go. We're going to go ahead and go to the VAB. And we are going to build things carefully. All right, so first thing I need to do is I need to get some stats on this thing. Okay, so this is the FLT800. FLT800. Because remember, I've got to do all this by hand. I've got to do all this... Hey, EOD, how's it going? We were just talking about you earlier. So yeah, FLT8. Now, since... what game is this, Freedom? This is Kerbal Space Program. That's what game it is. And I'm on a mission right now to take 2 people to fly by the moon. And just got your license. What license did you get? Your driver's license, or a license for something else? All right, so this is 4.5 tons full. Okay. 4.5 minus 1.8 minus 2.2. Wow, really? It becomes that light. So 0.5. 0.5, okay. But yeah, so that means it's minus 4 per. Okay. So, okay. Grats freedom. Okay, driver's license. KSP, the greatest space game ever. Yeah, you know, I agree, EOD. So far, this is an amazing game. I love it. I've played nearly 500 hours on the PC. Lost in space. But yeah, I've spent nearly 500 hours on this on the PC, but this is actually on the Xbox, and the big deal about that is I do not have any mods at all while playing on the Xbox. So yeah, with no mods, that means I not only don't have MechJeb, but I don't have Kerbal Engineer, which means I have to figure up my my Delta V all on my own. So if you take a look, and I don't know how much familiar you are with it, I know you said you did some engineering. The formula up in the upper right corner there is the Delta V formula. It's the Delta V is equal to the specific impulse of the engine times gravity times a natural log of the full mass over the empty mass. So I actually I have to figure out my own I have to figure out my own Delta V. Fortunately, that's just Calculus 1 stuff, so it's not that hard. And I do have a spreadsheet that does it for me. I've got my handy-dandy TI-84 calculator here that the Army bought me when I decided to become a physics and math major in college. So, yeah. And, so yeah, I'm having a good time here. And, just playing it. Yeah, EOD donated $60. He is my highest tipper right now. All right, so I need to figure. Okay, I've already got that there. Give me my controller back. So my goal is to take 2 tourists. I don't want that. 2 tourists to the moon. That's what I've got to do right now. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. Bring that up here. So I'm gonna need. All I gotta do. I did it very nice of him. He's a cool guy because of that. Yeah, I very much appreciate that, EOD. And I actually that's the money that I used to get this, EOD, to play some Kerbal Space Program. So thank you very much for that. Alright, so I need to go here. Not payload. Where was it in? Structural, coupling, nope. Aerodynamics, thermal, electrical, communication. I guess utility. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this. We're not gonna put it immediately under it, actually. We're gonna put the payload right here so I can have my science stuff right here. There we go. Very welcome, my man. No problem at all. Yeah, hey, yeah, so I figured up, and as you can see at the top there, if I get 450 a week, then I can stream full time. So that's my new goal, is 450 a week. But I doubt that I'm going to reach that anytime soon, hopefully at some point. But 1.25 meters, that's what I want. Perfect. Alright, so if anybody has any questions, your live stream comes up at the top of the search list for this game. Nice! That's awesome. Alright, so if anybody has any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask and I'll explain it. Or if you think you've got a better way to do it, we can discuss it. We can try to figure some things out together. Right now, I am in the process of just building my little payload here that's going to be the thing that comes back to Earth. I don't need any monopropellant out of here, first of all. So let's get rid of that so I have more Delta V to work with. And I have no batteries yet, so I don't got to worry about that. And we just need to worry about our science stuff. So we're going to do that. And I am still getting used, because I just got this today, I'm still getting used to the controls for the Xbox. So yeah, that's something I'm still getting used to. There we go. Put all my science stuff in here. There we go. And then we'll close that right back up. Now, later on, I will have another one of these bays, and I will have batteries in there. But for now, that's what I'm gonna do right there. Okay, so now I need to have a way to not kill everybody when I come back down. Let's go ahead and put 4 on there. I can't get out, so I might as well put 4 on there like that. That'll be good. And then we're going to take out a coupling here. And we don't want the Rockamax. That's too big. There we go. Alright, so we have decided that with this engine, this swivel fuel engine, the swivel can go up to, well, what was it? It has a max thrust of 167. So 167 divided by gravity equals, okay, it can go up to 17 tons. The swivel engine can do 17 tons all by itself. So as long as we keep this below 17 tons, one swivel engine will reach a greater. If you can't get out, how are you going to do the experiments? Don't you have to EVA to do that? No, no, you don't, EOD. All you got to do is just do this and open, and then you click on the experiment. Now, you have to get out if you want to grab the experiment and store it. But since I'm bringing the entire packet back to Kerbal, or Kerbin, I don't have to get out. I don't have to EVA to get out. Alright, so I'm going to grab this large fuel tank right here. There we go. Oh, this is so much better. So much better than... Okay, my last rocket had a whole bunch of these, just boom, and then another one, boom, right here, just like that, and then another one, boom, and then it had onion staging. Well, it wasn't technically onion because I didn't have the fuel, but it was a lot like that, and it started wobbling like crazy, and it was insane. Okay, I am at 16 tons right here, and I can go up to 17, so I need to go ahead and put my engine on. Now, this particular, there we go. This particular, and we're at 17.8, so we're actually at like 0.98, something like that. We're actually like 0.98, yeah, let's actually see. 167 divided by 9.81 times 17.87. And that gives us 0.95 thrust to weight ratio. However, once we get to this stage, we're going to be up in the upper atmosphere at the very least. Yes, I am back on. Mezzy, did you not, you didn't catch that evidently, but I am back on, yes. And, but yeah, so once I get to the stage, I got a sneeze coming on. Maybe I don't. But yeah, once I get to the stage, I will be at the very least in the upper atmosphere, and possibly, maybe even outside of the atmosphere. So having that 0.95 thrust to weight should be fine, especially since it'll very quickly go up to the 1.0 or higher. Now we got to figure out the delta V of this thing. So its full weight is 17.87. Alright, and we lose 4 tons for each of these. So we lose 12 tons right there at empty, which brings us down, so 12, that brings us down to 5.87. Okay, so our ISP is, on that is 250, I believe. Our ISP is 250. So the way we figure that up is we have 250 times gravity, which is 9.81, times the natural log of our full weight, 17.87, divided by 5.87, which is our empty weight. And we have, in that stage right there, we have a delta V of 2,730. There we go. So we've got a delta V of 2,730 in this stage right here. To fly by the moon, just to fly by it, we need a delta V of about 5260, something like, no, 4260, something like that. So we need to go back in and we need to add another stage. And there we go. And so we're going to go ahead and go back in, and I don't need a whole lot actually. What I do need, I'm okay. I'm gonna take that 27,300 and round it down to 2,700. Okay, 2,700, because I forgot to add some wings. So I'm gonna add some wings, just for balance and stuff. There we go. Even though that swivel fuel engine's pretty good. And again, I will say this probably a few times. I am still getting used to the controls on this. So, yeah, just bear with me on that. Okay, so now I got coupling. And there we go. So now, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. I'm going to bring that up here. I found a chart of required delta V's to reach different bodies somewhere. That's been helpful. Yeah, that's actually what I'm using. That's actually what I'm using. I'm using that cheat sheet, the Kerbal Space Delta V map. Like it shows you how much you need to get to low Kerbal orbit or geostationary orbit, then to the moon, to minimus, then to solar orbit, and from, you know, etc., etc., etc. That's actually what I'm using, EOD. I'm using that chart, but then I have to figure out my rocket's delta V, and I should be keeping track of how much delta V each rocket has, which I can actually do in here, enter ship description. But alright, so I'm gonna put these here. I'm gonna put them kind of high. Boom. And we're gonna go ahead and there we go. We're gonna do this. This is gonna probably be overkill, but I have a budget for this mission of 65,000. Now, the way I do my budgets for my missions is I take how much money I'm going to get overall for the entire mission, multiply it by 0.4, 40%. And that is my budget for the mission. That way I'm constantly making money. Later on, I won't need to worry about that because I'll have all the upgrades and everything and it won't make a difference. But right now, that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to go here to some aerodynamics. Is this the right size nose cone? Somebody was talking about this earlier. It'll probably help out if I put the nose cone on like that. It's blue though, so it looks horrible, but we're going to do it. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to use the swivel engine again. And we are going... Now here's the thing, it does not matter how many engines you have. If they're all the same, you use the same ISP. So, what is in my farm? Oranges and olives, grapes and apples. Yeah, you're still talking about the, Alright, so, first of all, we're going to grab... So it does not matter how many rockets you actually have. It matters only if they're all the same ISP. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to take this and we are going to pump this into that right there. Boom. Nice. And then we're going to come down here to structural and we're going to tie all these together so they don't wobble around like my last ones did. That was absolutely horrible. Oops. That was absolutely horrible. And we're just gonna put them right here and go up like this. Boom. Now I need to find, where is that thing? We've got one floating like right there. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, pick one or two. That's what you mean. Okay, I would say grapes and apples myself. Abraham, that's what I would do. I would say grapes and apples. Alright, so now let's figure out what we got. We've got a mass of... Okay, so we've got a mass of 60 tons, 838. And we've got 8 of those that are going to be emptied times 4, so that's 32. Okay, so we're going to take that 60.838 minus 32 tons, and it's going to be 28.838 tons. So now we do that same thing. You could do asparagus staging. I could. It's a lot harder on the Xbox to build stuff like that. But this should work. If I've got the Delta V here, I'm just going to leave it like this for simplicity's sake, because I'm well under budget. If I was trying to do my budget constraints, things like that, then I'd really worry about it. Ironically, onion staging and asparagus staging is not how we do it in real life at all. It's unrealistic at all, but it's what we do in Kerbal. So anyway, okay, so we've got... yeah, we've got our ISP, which again for this, I believe we said it was 250. Let me double check. All right, so yeah, we've got ISP is 250. Now this is at sea level. So as they go up and get higher, so I calculate all my Delta V's at sea level, making it to where I don't have to worry about it because I'll have more than what I really need. So, all right, 250 ISP times gravity, which is 9.81, times the natural log of 60.838 over 28.838. There we go. And that brings us to 1830. 1830 for the first stage. But we're going to, now with our acceleration here, we're actually going to be going pretty good. So 1830, all right, 1830 plus 2700 was what we said, right? 2700 brings us up to 4530 at sea level. How do you calculate dV? It is that formula over on the very far right. Delta V is equal to the specific impulse of the engine multiplied by gravity multiplied by the natural logarithm of the full mass over the empty mass. And I can get more into that in a little bit, and I will at some point. I can go in depth in it, but that's basic. That's some basic calculus 1 stuff. But yeah, I'm at 4530 right now, and again, that's at sea level. That's not even in a vacuum. So I only need 4260 just to make this flyby. I might even have enough with this going I might even have enough to orbit the moon. So we're going to take this twice. Okay, this is going to be... Alright, this is actually going to be called Tourist tourists to the moon. Okay, we're going to enter a description. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go, how can I hit? Alright, so we're going to go, stage 1. Let's see here, where's our, is that what I want? Stage 1. We're going to go back to 2730 2730 DV. And then we're going to do that and space. Stage 2 has 1830. 1830 DV for a total, whoops, that's not what I wanted, for a total of 4530 DV. 4530 DV. There we go. Alright, still lost. Okay, I just downloaded a great mod. Okay. Yeah, Ostrich, it's, I mean, it's beyond algebra, math. It's into calculus. It really is. In fact, this is the easy way to do it. The actual, let me see if I have it here. I don't know if this will show up or not. Let me see if I can, if this will show up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to show up or not. Okay, there we go. It will. All right, I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to make it really big. It's not very good. Not very good. You can kind of see it. I wonder if I can give it a white background. I can't. I can't. But here is the actual formula, the rocket formula. Alright, delta V is the integration of your full mass to your low mass, and then, you know, you got all this stuff here. Okay. And so, yeah, this is the actual way to do it, the calculus 2 way to do it. But then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that because I would say 85% of YouTube viewers would not understand that. So we're going to go ahead and just remove that. There we go. But yeah, up in the upper right corner, that is the formula I'm using. That's the easy way to do it. Yeah, if you follow that link, it'll tell you about it. Right. But okay, so we've got enough delta V to get us there. We should be set. I'm just gonna check my crew and make sure my passengers are loaded. Okay, there we go. I don't know which. We're gonna make the trip twice. It's just gonna be a simple trip. We're gonna get to the moon, and we're gonna come back. That's all we're gonna do. On the way, we're going to do some science, and hopefully get some more science that we can then bring back and get more science with. So the next one might be altered slightly, but I don't remember. I don't know which one is with which. Let me say actually, because I want to make sure I get paid for the first one first. Okay, Nelner and Statha. Okay, so these top two. Okay, we're gonna put those two in there. Boom. So these two are one contract, and these two are one contract. So I have a budget of 65,000. A budget of 65,000 for this mission, and it's costing me 30,616. That's even less than it was taking me. That's even less than my last trip around the moon, and I have more parts. It's because I've got more efficient parts this time around. I was able to buy better parts. Now it's actually cheaper for me to go to the moon and back. Let me just do a double check here. I think I've got everything I need. So here's what's going to happen, chat. All 5 engines are going to start firing, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and just, because this is, I like it, we're going to do this. All right. So all 5 engines are going to start firing. There we go. And that's the couple. Okay. All 5 engines are going to fire. These are going to release. I'm going to go ahead and go up. All right. These tanks are going to get emptied first. These fuel tanks also feed into these central tanks. So these will empty first. I will drop these out. This is called onion staging because it peels like an onion. And so these will drop off, and this center will still be full because this rocket engine in the middle has been feeding off of these outside. With only 1830 Delta V, these will only get me maybe to escape the atmosphere. And then I'll be relying on this to get myself centralized, or, you know, not centralized, but circularized in an orbit. And also, this central stage will get me all the way to the moon. And we'll check and see how much fuel I have when I get to the moon. If I have enough, we're going to spin it into an orbit around the moon. And then come back if I have enough. If I don't have enough, we're just going to pass the moon and come back. So we'll see. If I don't have enough, we might do a slight alteration. You know what I didn't do, though? We might have way too much thrust. Yeah, we might have way too much thrust here. Yeah. Because they're 176 times 5. Okay. Divided by 176 times 5 divided by 61.238 times gravity of 9.81. Ooh, no, something's wrong. Okay, 167 times 5 engines, okay, divided by 61 times 9.81. There we go. All right, so actually that's not bad. I've got pretty much a perfect thrust to weight ratio to start off with, 1.395, so 1.4. So that's fine. I can deal with that. I can work with that. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to save the craft, and we are going to launch the craft. We've got our handy-dandy pilot, Jebediah, in there with us, and we have 2 tourists. All they want to do is suborbital space flight, which you have to do to orbit. They want to orbit, and then one of them wants to fly by the moon, so we'll just get it all done all at the same time. We're going to go ahead and hit our SAS. Now, I don't have, let's see here. I did take out the monopropellant. Don't have to worry about that. We only have so much electric charge. We don't have batteries yet, so I can't, I can't, you know, charge more than just what the command pod holds. I've got the ablator there. That should be plenty of ablator. Got lots and lots of fuel. Look at all that. All right. So let's, we are at full thrust, and we are about to take off. There we go. There we go. Rising slowly, steadily increasing our speed. Looking pretty. There we go. It's not looking bad at all. Not looking bad at all. Let's zoom out a little bit there. Nice. We're climbing, and I do like this acceleration that we've got going on here. This will be a lot easier to control than my last one for sure. Now we are getting some pretty quick acceleration. I'm gonna see something here. Whoa, thought I clicked that out. Okay. Yeah, our apoapsis is already getting kind of high. We're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and start tipping her over. I don't want to tip her over too quick, otherwise I'm going to start flipping end over end. I've built it in such a way that should not happen, but it is not impossible for it to happen. I'm going to go here and I'm going to stop about a 45-degree angle. And hopefully my, there we go. My prograde will be there. Let's take a look here. Our apoapsis is growing steadily. I like it. We're up in the 40 now. Okay, we're getting a little bit of heat. What is our apoapsis is going to be out of this world, really, honestly, literally. And boom, we're going to go ahead and stage. There we go. Our apoapsis should be about where we want it right about now. Actually, it's getting real close. I want it to be about 100,000 meters. That's where I like my apoapses to be. Just personal preference. Some people put it like around 80. That's fine. That worked out nicely. Okay, so now I need to come over here and I need to zoom in first. And I need to make a maneuver here. All right. I want to bring it back here a little bit. There we go. And we're just going to grab it and we're going to make it circularized. Zoom out a bit so I can see. There we go. And that should be fine. Okay, that's 176. That's a little bit more than I need, but hey, that is fine. So now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to aim my rocket. And I'm going to go to the maneuver node. The maneuver node is going to take me 1237. That's a lot, but it's still okay. That's fine. That's fine. We've got plenty. You know, actually, I'm not even going to go to the maneuver node. I'm going to make this even easier on myself, and I'm just going to go prograde. All right, so it's going to take us 1:34 for this burn, and I'm actually going to cut the burn before it gets to that point. So we want to take half the burn, which will be about 47 seconds. That's when we start the burn. 47 seconds. Boom. That way we have half the burn before the waypoint and half the burn after. But again, I'm going to cut it before that, actually. In fact, I might go ahead and cut it even now. See how my apoapsis is getting a little bit higher? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's easier on the PC when you can see all the things. And I tell you what, I may cut it here in just a second and just let it. That way I don't use as much. There we go. I'm not going to use as much delta V. I'm kind of going to eyeball it a little bit, really, is what I'm going to do. As a matter of fact, let's get rid of the maneuver node. Boom. Now let's just eyeball it. I've played this enough where I have no problem eyeballing it right here. I do want to keep an eye on my overall fuel, though. That's something I definitely want to do. I want to watch when my my periapsis starts appearing. Again, the apoapsis is the highest point in your orbit, and your periapsis is your lowest point of the orbit. So if your periapsis is outside the atmosphere, which here is 70,000, then you have, where is it at? Then you're good. Okay, so my periapsis is at 20,000, so I want to go a little bit more. 65,000. Okay, I am now in orbit. I'm fine. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to take, here we go, we're going to back out here. We're going to take a look, where's the moon? Oh, wow. This is actually, we are actually in the perfect position for this. We're just going to keep on burning. As long as we're on the right plane, yeah, we are in the perfect position to continue to burn right here. I did not plan that, but let's pretend I did, because we are in the gonna put a waypoint here, or a nav point, and I was going to tell it to burn here anyway. So let's pretend I planned that. Now you'll notice the farther my apoapsis gets away from Kerbin, the quicker it expands, because it takes less energy to expand it. So now I'm gonna kind of walk this in, give it a little bit of thrust here, because I want it to pass as close to the moon as I can. Let's give it a little bit more, and it should catch the moon any second. There we go. Pretty. What is my moon periapsis? Is at 519. That is fine. That is fine. So, all right, and so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to warp here. Now, one day, now since I am doing what I'm calling a comprehensive career, I've got my main rule with the comprehensive career is, well, the first rule is no cheating. No unlimited money. No nothing. And some people, they like that. That's fine. EOD likes to play sandbox. That's perfectly fine. But for me, my challenge is to build it up and unlock those parts and things like that. So in my comprehensive career, my biggest rule is no unlimited money, no unlimited parts, etc. The second rule is I do not warp any faster. But yeah, so my second rule is I do not warp any longer than 7 days. Okay, because in real life, NASA doesn't say, or or SpaceX or whoever doesn't send something to Mars and then just sit there and wait and do nothing. While it's in flight, they're back and they are working. So if something is going to take greater than 7 days, I do not warp. I come back, I work on my next mission. In this particular case, if I wanted to, I have a whole day and an hour. Now a Kerbin day is 6 hours. So a Kerbin day is 6 hours, so I've basically got 7 hours. I could go back and I could let this go for just a little bit to give me some more time, and then I could launch my second mission. But I'm not going to just yet. I'm going to let this one complete its mission. See, it's only going to take me a day to roughly. It's only going to take me roughly a day to even reach that apoapsis, and so I'm gonna warp right here. Like I was saying, it's a 1 day, 3 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to warp there. And there we go. Now I should have plenty. You know what, can I? Okay, I'm going to zoom in here. And I'm going to warp to right here. Boom. I should have plenty of juice to circularize this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to go retrograde. Now, but yeah, so the way it's going to work is I'm going a certain speed around this, and I'm going so fast I'm going to fling off back into space, and I'm going to get caught back in this orbit of Kerbin. But what I'm going to do is when I get over here, I'm going to slow myself down, allowing myself to get caught by the moon and orbit the moon. So I'm gonna go right about right here. I'm just gonna warp here. All right, so now I'm simply just going to orbit the moon by doing this. As soon as that blue line makes a closed circle, I stop. Oh, I'm close to it. Now, you can use a maneuver node for this. I just don't see any reason to, because now I'm in an orbit. And then, whoops, I don't want to do that. I go ahead and I switch to this view right here. These people are loving it. They're like, yay, we got everything we ever wanted in life. We're orbiting the moon, etc., etc., etc. So now let's go ahead and open. I don't want the crew hatch. I want, you gotta get out of there. I want this here. That is not the crew hatch. No, why are we looking at the crew hatch? Come on. There we go. Now we're looking at the service bay. What is your YouTube name? It is Sapper Woody. Is my YouTube name. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go here, and we're gonna observe some mystery goo. Boom. We're gonna get 4.6 science because we've already done it over here. Let's see what else we've got. We have. It keeps going to that. Okay, let's see if we can get this barometer here. There we go. Okay, this is not making any sense to me, chat, why it is doing that. Okay. Now, it says crew hatch. Why in the world would it say crew hatch? Okay, there we go. Now let's log the pressure data. I didn't think it was going to let me do that, but I figured I'd try. Okay. Okay, we don't want it to say crew hatch. That's clearly the thermometer. That's clearly a thermometer. Why are you saying crew hatch? Okay, there's the crew hatch. No. I may have encountered a bug. There we go. Now, there's a thermometer. Let's log the temperature. But, now see, I've already gotten this science. Good stuff, man. How is that, California man? Okay, that's the other. There we go, and we're gonna go crew report. I've already gotten the stuff around here. I didn't know if it would do anything, but I will get lots of science and money from orbiting here. And, okay, so now, I'm gonna go ahead and close this. There we go. Then I'm going to switch back here, and I want to go prograde. Because I want to escape the moon now. Look at their three... It looked like the old cartoon. Yeah. Gaming with Gordon. Hi, I'm Man on YouTube. Hi, Man on YouTube. Says Abraham, and hi, Man on YouTube from me as well. But, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a little push here. There we go. Again, as EOD pointed out, I'm not doing a, wow. I'm not doing a nav point because I've done this so many times. I just don't need to. But we're gonna bring that in. Okay. We're actually wasting some fuel right here to do this. My only concern is accidentally getting caught by the moon's gravity again. That can be disastrous for our efforts to get back home. Alright, that's my only issue. So that's why I'm being so cautious here. Now we're going to do this, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to zoom out here. We're going to warp to here. What we're going to do, warp here. Now when we get to our apoapsis, yeah, Sapper man here has been doing this longer than I have. So, yeah, like I said, I've played about 500 hours, so not nearly as much as say Daz Valdez or Scott Manley, but a decent amount of time. But okay, I'm the person named Man on Twitch who asked your YouTube name, but I'm on YouTube now. Okay, Well, thank you. Thank you for joining in Gaming with Gordon. I appreciate the views. I appreciate it. Appreciate you taking time to watch me and to spend some time with me this evening. Or I guess it's technically morning for me now. It's 1:16 a.m. So now I'm looking retrograde, which means I'm going to slow myself down again. And I'm just going to see how fast it's going, okay? We want to bring our periapsis within... Whoa, hey, wait a second. Am I going prograde? I'm looking retrograde. Why is that growing? What happened here? Let me... Am I going... What is going on here? Something messed up. No, see, this says prograde. But now it looks like I'm going retrograde. That's the crazy thing. No, it's crazy because, yeah, it looks like I'm going retrograde now. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to go back out here, and I'm going to speed up time a little bit. Ah, okay. I wasn't fully in Kerbin's, yeah. Now I want to go retrograde because I was not fully in Kerbin's influence yet. Now that I am, that was the issue. It was still saying I was in the moon's influence. I was in that transfer period, so I was going retrograde to the moon, which would have been prograde for Kerbin. That's what was going on. So now I will watch this, and we will see that it starts shrinking. That's much better. That is much better. I just happened to start doing my burn at the exact second that I was doing the switch. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so we want to get this within 70. If we get this within 70, then we don't have to worry about a thing ever again. All right, and we're ready to go. What am I at? I'm at 3. And by 70, I mean 70,000. 70,000 meters. We're at, 320,000. If I get it within 70, eventually it would slow us down. Now, if I get it, like, so let's say 65,000, and my apoapsis is way out here, it's going to take me literally hundreds of times of slowing down. But you'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually try to get this down to about 50, is what I like to do. Get it down to about 50. And then, when I get to my other side, then I'll burn retro again, use the rest of my fuel. And it might take me a few passes, but I'm going to definitely do some atmosphere braking. I might even get down to like 40. I might do 40. Just so I brake that much quicker. I've got enough ablator. Yeah, let's do 40. Let's do 40,000. Boom. Okay. So now, whoops, zoom out, and we want to warp to, like, say, right here. Boom. 1 day to get there. Okay. And we're just 13 minutes from here. Now, this is just our first mission. We've got another one. We're going to do the exact same thing, only we're going to do it better. Let's go ahead and warp right here. And we're going to want to burn retrograde as well again. This time, we're just going to use whatever fuel we happen to have. Okay? And we're going to do this. We're going to wait until we actually enter the atmosphere. Which, look at our speed. We are going crazy fast. Alright? But we're going to let the atmosphere slow us down, is what we're going to do. I have a noob question. Are you landing on the moon? No, I actually went around the moon. I orbited the moon, and now I'm back on my way to their version of the Earth, which is dark here, but because I'm on the dark side of the Earth right now. But I'm actually setting up my approach to come back to their version of the Earth, which is Kerbal. So that's what I'm doing right now. And this is only the first of two missions, two identical missions that I'm going to. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's the moon, M-U-N, in this game. It's not M-O-O-N, but it's M-U-N in this game. So I'm gonna actually bring this out so you guys can see what is gonna happen here. You'll see my apoapsis is way out there. And all right, let's see. Make sure we are in. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna. So you know what? I'm gonna burn hard. I'm burning hard. See how it's killing my apoapsis, bringing it way down. You know, before I finish that off, I do want to see what am I at here. I am at 30,000. Yeah, let's just keep going. Why not? Finish that burn. 28,000, 27,000. And there we go. I might be landing this time. Coming this close to the Earth, I might... So, alright. And we're going to go back in here. Ooh, I need to... There we go. I needed to let go of that before it burnt up too much. See, now I got my ablator going. And since I've still got my my thing pointed retrograde, my ablator right here is the one taking all the heat. Literally, it's taking the heat. And let's step back out here and take a look at this. Oh, we're definitely landing this. We're definitely landing this go around here. There's no way we're going back out to orbit on that. So basically all I do now is I just sit here and wait for the atmosphere to slow me down. At 30,000, it will definitely slow me down quite a bit. I mean, it'll bring me way down. It heats me up a lot too, simply because we're hitting such a dense atmosphere. But if you watch my speed there, my speed is actually slowing down quite a bit. And we're still going pretty much parallel to the Earth. That's the crazy thing. Okay. Yeah, we're landing. Pretty much still going parallel to the Earth. But as we drop even lower and lower and get in more dense atmosphere, it'll slow me down even more. And then eventually I'll be able to pop my parachutes and we'll land just fine. Having taken 2 tourists on a trip around the moon and made tons of money on it. Made, what, 162... Basically 100,000, roughly, on the trip. And then now we've got to take another one. Where is speed? Alright, you see just underneath my ship where it says surface and it has a number that's going down and meters per second. That shows the speed. The numbers at the top are altitude. And so my speed, when it slows down to about 400 meters per second or so, that's when I can pop my parachutes. And then I can go ahead and just let the thing coast in and land. I should have plenty of... It'd be horrible if I didn't put enough parachutes on here. I put 5 on here, though. Yeah, that'd be hilarious if I didn't put enough parachutes, and after all that, they come back and crash and burn. But, okay. So I pop my parachutes, and now what I do, because you guys don't want to wait forever and a day, I speed this up. Because, as I pointed out earlier, it would take me, from this point to land, it would probably take me 7-8 minutes, and you can hear my rockets hitting the ground there. But yeah, it would take... there we go. It would take, you know, 5 to 10 minutes for me to land if I didn't speed it up. But yeah, 5 is probably plenty with this. I don't want to overdo it on parachute. Yeah, I'm only going 3.4 meters now, so 5 was plenty. So now I'm going to take that exact same rocket ship, which had a delta V. What was that delta V? 4530, and that's the same thing I'm going to use to take the next 2 people into space. And again, I don't need to orbit the moon, but why not? Actually, with them, since I don't have new science, if I have enough to buy new science, then I will want to orbit the moon again. If I don't have enough to buy new science, then new things in science, then I'm not going to care. The only alteration I'm going to make to this rocket is adding the Science Junior if I can actually get it. If I can get it, then I'll add it to it. It'll put a little bit of weight, so my delta V will come down from 4530 to like 4520. We should be fine. And here we are, back on the surface, and we're going to recover it and see what we've got here. Do min-miss next time. Well, I've actually got the mission to go take 2 people around the moon is what I'm doing. I'm letting the oh, nice, 50 science. I think I can get something with that. But I'm actually letting the missions that they are giving me dictate where I go and what I do. Eventually, we'll, you know, have outposts on min-miss and all that, you know. So we'll land on the Munch. Okay. All right, so we got some good funds there. Got some good reputation there. Done. All right, so we are going to go in here and see if I can get... Okay, that's only 45, and yeah, it's going to give me battery packs, which is going to help me a lot, actually. Oh, you said you didn't have to orbit the moon. I figured it didn't matter. No, it has to be the moon. I have to fly by the moon, but I don't have to orbit it. The tourists just want to fly by it. The only reason I orbited it because I thought I could get more science. All right, so we're going to get the Science Junior, so I am going to try to orbit the moon so that I can get that much more science. Experiment storage unit. I've never used that, and it's tiny. Never used that. We got radiator panel, antenna, and radiator panels. So we finally have... I will land on the moon later, gaming, just not yet. Eventually, I'll have to build an outpost on the moon. Eventually, what I will have is I will have a space station orbiting Kerbal. I will have an outpost on min-miss, and I'll probably have something orbiting that too. But what will happen is I will be mining min-miss, and then I will be turning what I mine into fuel, which I will then take and refuel that space station. That way, whatever rockets I want to send into space, say I want to go all the way to Duna, whatever, I only have to have enough delta V on the rocket to get them into orbit. That way, I can link up with that space station, refuel at that space station, and then have enough delta V to go anywhere that I want to go. Hey, CM, how's it going? You just missed a good mission, but I tell you what, we're actually going to be doing the same exact mission again here in just a second. So, all right. So I'm going to make a couple changes to the. I'm going to make one change. Hi, Sapper. You donate to yourself? No, I didn't donate to myself. I don't know what you mean by that. EOD, CM. Okay. But all right, so we're going to make a single change. Like I said, we're going to take this. Actually, we might be able to put it in there. Let me see how big is the Science Junior. I can't remember. No, it's bigger than that. Okay, so we're actually going to take this. We're going to pop it down like that. We're going to take the Science Junior, and we're going to put it right there. Boom, boom. That's the only change we're making. You dummy. But yeah, so there we go. And we're going to use the same exact everything else. Actually, let me see. I don't think I even unlocked anything that I want to worry about right there. This is pretty cool. We're getting very close to being able to do satellites. Yeah, no problem, EOD. I thought CM said, hi, I'm Sapper. Alright, so we're getting close to being able to do satellites. And the satellites are great for income, because then they can just float around, and every once in a while a mission comes that says science data from space around Kerbal, or around the moon, or around Minmus. And then what you do is you simply then switch to that satellite, beam back some science. Even though you won't get science for it, you'll complete the mission, get money, and some science. So it works out great. Let's see, what engines do we have? We still got the same engines. Okay, these are just structural. I'm just taking a look at what I've unlocked so far. The payload, we'll need that eventually. Aerodynamics. We will need better landing gear when it becomes time. You drinking? Yeah, EOD's drinking just a little bit, just a wee bit. Now, oh, EOD, you missed me talking about it. If I get, what was it? 100. I think I'm down to, yeah, $150 more, I think, in donations. Then I'm going to go buy a capture card. And then I will actually play Kerbal Space Program on the computer. And then a few hours ago, but it kept saying error occurred. I hate my cell phone internet. It sucks. Well, since it's keeping you from donating, CM, I hate your cell phone internet too. But yeah, so what I'm going to be doing, EOD, if I get, I need $150 more. I'll get the capture card. Then I will actually play Kerbal Space Program on the computer. Much easier to play. Plus, I can have the mods, like you know, the Kerbal Engineer, which automatically shows me my Delta V, so I don't have to calculate it by hand, and actually have my calculator out here and my graph paper out here, which you can't really see that, can you? See, I got my graph paper with my numbers and stuff, and it's backwards for you anyway. So I can actually have it calculated for me automatically. I won't have to worry about that Delta V thing over there. But then it'll also allow me to play Oxygen Not Included, Total War Warhammer, any computer game that I want, because I've got a computer that's capable of running things. I've got two computers capable of running things. However, neither one is capable of running a game and streaming at the same time. So, once I get that capture card, then I will use one computer for streaming and one for running a game, and I'm good. Well, all that does take some dedication. Yeah, actually doing all this by hand, yeah. It's but at least I understand it though, it's math that I've done and math that I am familiar with, so I'm not too upset by it. I mean, it just takes a little bit of time to do all that. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and wait. Did I get anything else that I wanted to take a look at? I do have batteries, but I didn't need any batteries on that last mission. You know what I don't need? I tell you what, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't need anything in here. Let's get rid of that weight. Boom. It didn't give me hardly anything, but that Science Junior will. Okay, so I didn't need batteries in the last mission. I don't need antennas. I don't need anything there or anything there. I should be good to go. So we're going to do the same exact mission, and let's hope it goes off without a hitch. CM, you can see it this time. It's the same exact mission we did last time. However, it just so happened that it lined up where as soon as I got into orbit around Kerbal, I could just take off and go visit the moon. I don't think it's going to line up that time. If it does this time, hey, you know, we'll go with it. And but let's just take a look. Go ahead and launch this. And we're going to take 2 more tourists around the moon and try to get some more science from that Science Junior. I'm hoping I'm getting a good amount. That'd be nice. Alright, so here we go. Double check this all. Boom. We want to go there. Good to go. Alright, everything looks stable again so far and pretty. Let's go ahead and back this out again. It felt nice to do that and take a look. And let's see. Boom. And you know, in fact, what I can do. That's not what I want to do. I can't do. Okay, I thought there was a button I could push. That could. There it is. Now we can just kind of look at it there. Make it look all nice and pretty. Okay. I'm going to start my tilt a little earlier than I did last time. Since I had plenty of fuel, I'm going to start my tilt a little bit earlier. It's going to increase my heat a little bit, and it might actually use slightly more delta V, but it might actually decrease the amount of delta V that I have to worry about later on for my rounding. So I think it'll actually help me in the long run. We want to be right on this 90-degree. By the way, since we're going to the moon, we want to be right on this 90-degree nav ball line. We want to be tilted at 45 degrees, but we want to be on the 90-degree line because that puts us on the perfect plane to intercept the moon. Can you move the camera? Yeah, you can actually. You can tilt it around and stuff. I usually don't because I just have no reason to, I guess. Here, let's see what we got going on here. We're gonna reach. Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna kill that. There we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and this is a little lower than I said I usually like it, like I said. But we're just gonna, and again, last time of course I eyeballed this, which I may do anyway. Ooh, not that much. Ah, come on. Yeah, close enough. And that is at 33,000, so I need to bring it just a little bit more. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I'm still getting used to that. There we go. 66,000. Okay, let's grab that again. And just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I want to come here. Ooh, wow, I need to burn fast. I need to burn fast. I wasn't paying attention. I just need to start burning. All 4 jets fall off identically. Yeah. Yeah, the date's different, and yeah. I just need to get burning quick. Okay, estimated burn is better now. And again, I'm just gonna kill this. Boom. I don't need it. Not for something as simple as this. Actually, let's take a look where the moon is. It'd be hilarious if it lined up again, wouldn't it? It almost does. Okay, so here's how you want it, EOD. You want the moon to be right, make a perfect line right there with your spaceship. That's what you want. And if it does that, then you just start burning prograde and you're gonna reach the moon. So basically, once the moon will move a 90-degree path from wherever you shoot off at. So I'll have to come around and we'll be fine. But I may have, okay, I'm not gonna have issues here. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. Let it come back. I mean, look at my yeah, I'm at 96,000. I'm good so far. I've got 51 seconds till I come up here. I'm gonna let it get a little bit closer. And yeah. So again, if anybody has any questions, they can feel free to ask. And if I have the answer, I will gladly answer for you. You know, if you have, if there's something about the game you don't understand, I'd love to Easier to say hit the gas on moonrise. Something like that, yeah. Okay, I should have plenty to get there still. What am I at right now? I'm at 7th. I'm gonna let myself get a little bit closer to my apoapsis again. I don't want to keep chasing it higher and higher. But there we go. Now our goal here is simply to fly by the moon. But if we have the delta V when we get there, which we should, because we just did this mission identically. If we have the delta V when we get there, we're going to go ahead and orbit the moon as well. Boom, we're good. Alright, so what we're going to do now is this. I'm still getting used to these controls. Holy cow. I'm on the Xbox now, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, so boom, right there. That is what we want our, that's where we want our, want it to be. We're going to add the maneuver. Boom. And we're going to go here, and we're just going to look over here, and we should be able to intercept the moon at some point. There we go. Give it a little bit more fuel, and we can come right back here. So, there we go. We're going to go right there. That's where we're going to go. Okay, and that's what I'm fine with that right there. With that being said, let's warp all the way to right here. Alright, estimated burn 46 seconds, so we're going to burn at 23 to the node. 23 seconds to the node. By the way, use lower throttle and chase your apoapsis at the correct rate. I didn't want to chase the apoapsis any higher. I just wanted I wanted the apoapsis to basically stay where it was. I didn't want it to go any higher at all. So what I did ended up working perfectly fine for what I wanted. Alright, so we need to just, whoops, wrong button. And again, still getting used to these controls on the Xbox. 500 hours on the PC, like 3 on the Xbox. That's where I'm at. It's crazy. So let's go ahead and line this up pretty well here. And yeah, I'm having to, for those of you who don't know, since I'm on the Xbox, I have to calculate my delta V by hand. And my thrust to weight ratio by hand, I've got to calculate it. That's why I've got that formula in the upper right hand corner there. Alright, at 23 seconds, we're going to go ahead and start a burn. And boom, there we go. And I'm going to try to cut it off right at the right time. Just go right now. There we go. We'll be fine doing that. Alright, gonna walk it in. I don't care about the actual anymore. Gonna walk it in. Because I don't need to orbit the moon. All I need to do is just fly by it for the mission. So let's let that bring it all the way back here. And boom. Alright, now let's take a look at this here. Okay, see that? My new apoapsis after passing by the moon is going to be 197. We're going to bring that even closer. Ooh, and I missed it. Okay, let's fix that. That's fine, chat. We can fix that pretty easy. We'll just turn it around, give it a tiny bit of throttle, and we'll be perfect. Give it just a little bit of throttle, and boom, there we go. So yeah, our apoapsis, I wanted to try to bring it into 70,000 just because that way, if anything went wrong, or I messed something, it would be our apoapsis would be at 70,000, below 70,000, and we could just air brake at that point. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead. It's gonna take 4 days to get out here. That's got to be the wrong one. Let's zoom out here. Okay. Let's go right here for now. And we're gonna warp here. 4 hours. That sounds better. Alright, we're gonna zoom in a bit here. Oh, there we go. Now we'll zoom in. And I'm gonna come right here. Warp here. We're gonna warp into the moon's influence here. So you've done quite a bit of work on that map, Abraham. Some people don't know what you're talking about because they weren't here for the discussions prior to that in the past few days. All right, let's see here. All we need to do is just crew hat. Why is it saying crew hatch again? There we go. Observe materials bay. How much science are we gonna get? 50 science. Nice, 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 nice. That may put us up high enough. Okay, close doors. That may put us up high enough to I don't know why it keeps saying crew hatch all the time. There we go. But that may put us up high enough to can I even EVA? I don't think I can. Yeah, I didn't think so. The complex. But that may put us up high enough to put out our first satellite, tiny though it will be. All right, so let's get here, and we're just gonna go ahead and warp to the moon escape. There we go. Warp here. Again, we don't have to orbit the moon. All we've got to do is just fly by it. So I'm not going to worry about using the Delta V to do so. And see, this is where we were before, where we thought we were looking prograde, but we were actually looking we thought we were looking retrograde, but we were actually looking prograde because we were still in the influence of the moon. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we pass out there, and there we go. And I'm gonna take, and we're gonna be looking retrograde here. And this is already, it's only 128, so we're gonna easily bring this down below 70. And we should not get caught in the moon's gravitational pull again. We're gonna bring it down slowly because, I mean, we've got hours to do it if we need it. Obviously, it's not gonna take us that long. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring this down to, we're gonna bring it down to 60 to start with, okay? Because I don't want to bring it down too low. I've got plenty of Delta V, but I need to be safe. That's how I am. I need to be safe. All right, so we're gonna talk real quick. So I'm doing what's called a comprehensive career for those of you who don't know, and what that basically means is I try to keep it pretty much real to life. So I try to make money, first of all, by, you know, staying within a budget. I try to actually have a profit at the end of each mission. So I give myself a budget based on what I'm going to get paid, which is 40% of whatever I'm going to make. Then, that's just for me. That's what I've chosen. 40% it's an arbitrary number that I just chose for myself. And I've so far been staying at like 20%. But then another thing is I do not fast forward more than 7 days. If whatever I want to get is 7 days or more away, I go back to the space station and I start on my next mission, because in real life, if NASA sends something to Mars, they don't just sit on their hands waiting for that thing to get to Mars before they do anything. They continue to work on new missions. And so that's what I do. And then another thing is I do not use any infinite anything. No infinite fuel, no infinite money, no infinite science, no infinite RCR or RCS, nothing, no infinite anything. That's just what I'm doing. So that is my career that I'm doing here. Let's go ahead and warp here. And again, since I am on the Xbox, I've got to calculate delta V and all that by hand. But so far it's been fine. So far it's been just all hunky-dory, and everything has been okay. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to start bringing in my apoapsis to make sure that I'm good. When my ship gets below 70,000, I'm going to have to pay a little bit closer attention, because last time I almost burnt it up without, you know, I wasn't really paying attention. Bring it in here. There we go. That's about exactly what I wanted to do. It's pretty much perfect. This is working out nicely. That's going at a 40. All right, we are inside the atmosphere now. So boom. And we're going to go ahead here. And before it starts to burn up, we're going to... I got to get out of there. We're going to kick that off. There we go. That will automatically be taken care of. It'll hit the ground. And essentially, yeah, we're in the same boat as we were last time, chat. I'm going to have a couple minutes. I just essentially sit here, allow my ablator to take the heat for me, and then when I slow down enough, I just hit my parachutes, and I'm good. So we've got a couple minutes, and I don't like to fast forward through this part simply because I've had the physics engine go wrong before and blow it up even when it shouldn't. Now that was on PC. It might be better on the Xbox. I don't know. But so this is a perfect time. If anybody does have any questions about this game or about, you know, stuff like this, this is a good time for that kind of thing. Also, I'm gonna check something. I may have a little bit of glitch on the stream while I'm checking this. Might have a slight bit of lag. Okay. What happens if you deploy way early? Then the parachutes actually get ripped to shreds, and then I can't land, and the whole mission is a failure because I crash into the earth at, you know, 400 or 500 meters per second. So yeah, you definitely don't want that. So yeah, basically, again, I just sit here and I'm gonna show you this here. See, my periapsis is going even lower and even lower. My apoapsis, if either my periapsis gets below 0 or my apoapsis gets below 70, which it is, then I know that I'm gonna be landing this time. You're saying if you land in water, even though if you rip off your parachutes, well, you got to think going at this speed, and I'd have to do this. I'd have to do the calculations here. But going at that type of speed, that hundreds of meters per second, it's gonna absolutely destroy you. Water is not as malleable as people think it is. With the surface tension at that speed, it would be pretty much the same as landing on concrete. You're not just gonna pierce the water like you would think. You essentially would hit the water and pancake is what would happen. You know how when you dive into water, even from just a swimming pool, just a few feet above the water, you have your hands first to pierce the water. If you don't, and you land on your stomach, you know how it hurts, and that's just a few feet away, going just a few feet per second. Imagine that coming out of space, traveling at hundreds of meters per second. That's why even if you landed in water, it would still just rip you to shreds going at that speed. Alright, so we're getting slower now. And we're about to find out what our next mission is. Alright, so roughly 400 meters per second is when I can pop the chutes. And you can see on the left there how the chutes are red. They'll turn gray, I think? Or green, maybe? I don't know. Yellow, okay, gray. Gray is good. But see, if I left this going, I'm still slowing down due to the atmosphere. But I would reach a velocity of... Yeah, I'm slowing down slower now. See, I'm only at, like, whatever. So I need to pop my chutes. So I would have stayed about 275 meters per second while crashing into the water. Yeah, that would absolutely rip you to shreds. But, so now I can take care of that. And this is the point at which I speed it up. So instead of taking 5 to 10 minutes, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes to bring it all the way down. I got these really good looking pines, but they are mods. We'll add 3 mods to the deck. But yeah, there we go. So now, instead of dropping in the water at 275 meters per second, I'm going to hit the water at 3.4 meters per second. Which, it's not bad. That's not bad. But yeah, I always speed it up right here because there's no reason not to. Because, as you can see, my hands are off the controls. I'm just sitting here waiting at this point to land, and so I just speed it up, and I sit here. There's nothing I can do right now. I can't. I mean, I could just play with it and try to make it move a little bit. Wobble. You can wiggle. You can wobble. Whatever. But that's about all I can do. Just sit there. So I just let it go as fast as it possibly can, 4 times time. And there we go. We're good, and then we recover the vessel and bring it back to the space station. So there we go. Alright, so now we get to find out what our next mission is going to be, chat. Okay, we got a lot of science, 52 science earned, 57 total. We got some parts back. We got 311,000 funds. We only got out of the 30-something that we spent, we got 4,610 back. And then our crew, of course, he's already been there before. He didn't really have to worry about. He's already there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is come over here and see if we have enough. Okay, we need 90 for that. Dang it! I thought we only needed 45, but we need 90. Once we get 90 science, then we can throw out our first satellite. Yeah, we need 90 science. Now, I I don't have any reason to grab that yet. I don't have any reason to grab this yet because I do not do well with planes. I will spend... one of these days, I will literally spend an entire stream, like 8-hour stream, trying to figure out how to build a plane. That's what we'll do. And, but yeah, so, yeah. For now, we're going to leave it at that. And I don't need any of these yet. I will, but I don't need any of these just yet. So we're going to save up for this right here. That way we can get a satellite out there. That way we can... I mean, it'll be a tiny little satellite with like a thermometer on it, and that'll be it. But it will be our first satellite to start getting some science. And let's see what we got here. We need to look at our missions. Conduct observational surveys of the moon. See, I don't like these kind of missions because they require me to go to specific points above the moon. Let's see. Crew report and space flight below. That's easy. It's just where to go. And I don't really enjoy that so much. That's the same type of thing. 2 tourists. They want to do another flyby the moon. Orbit around the moon. Interesting. But I don't get nearly enough. They're the same. Science data from space around the moon. Wait, active contracts. Oh, you're kidding me. You are kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. I never loaded those... Well, guys, it looks like we're going back to the moon the same exact way. Dang it. But you know what? Since I've got to do that, I might as well do this one here. Is there anything... Okay, explore the moon. Land on the moon. Okay, I don't want to... I don't want to do that one yet. We're going to do science data from space around the moon. You got to be kidding me. You guys see what happened, right? You guys see what happened, right? We're going back to the moon, guys. With the same exact mission. Same exact mission. Yeah. Because I forgot to put the tourists into the spaceship. Not even joking. That's what happened. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Boom. I forgot to put these 2 tourists in the spaceship. Since I didn't do that, I've got to do that same exact mission over. Yep. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's slightly upsetting, you know? So I just wasted 27,000 on nothing. I didn't finish that mission. Wow. So, yeah. Okay, this time I do have... I mean, I got some science out of it, but... yeah, this time I do have them loaded. Okay, they are loaded. So we got to do the same exact mission. We're doing the same exact ship. Save it. Okay, launch it. Alright, here we go. Boom. Yeah. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Forgot to put the tourists. It's like, can you believe if that happened in real life? NASA's like, hey, we just had a contract to take these people to the moon. And the rocket launches and these people come walking up. Hey, we're supposed to be on that rocket, you know? Wow. I can't believe I did that. That's incredible. I can't believe I did that. Alright, here we go again. So, here we go again, and by this time it's becoming pretty rote for you guys. I go up, after a while I start turning, and try to get at that 45 degree. Which will come... We're gonna start it a little bit later than I did last time, I think. I don't know, we'll start turning about 300 meters per second, I think. Yeah, we'll start the turn now. And we'll start turning slowly. Yeah, we're going Yeah, pretty quick. I want to get it at that 45-degree angle pretty quick now. But not just my ship at the 45-degree angle. I want to get my prograde at that 45-degree angle. That's what really matters. There we go. Let's see now. Take a look at that. And we might be... I'm listening now. Alright, we're just gonna kill it. We're gonna... There we go. And we're gonna watch those guys fall away. There we go. That looks pretty, doesn't it? That looks so pretty. There we go. And then they're just gonna die. Okay, bring this out, and we're just gonna make ourselves look, yeah, prograde. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did before, basically. All right. And the moon is way over there, so that's fine. Far away is this here? And we're gonna go ahead and hit that. And again, the way I'm doing it is I don't want to chase it too much, but I'm going to a little bit. It shows a picture of a lock and it's like trying to leave the middle of the screen and trying to donate. Huh. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, CM, why it would do that. I have no clue why it would show that. Is that after you put in your information and things like that? Like, I have no clue why it would do that. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. It passes the part where it says nickname and how much to donate and message, but after I click donate... It just shows the big lock picture and loading. Huh. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, why it would do that. It doesn't make sense to me. Should be. I might have to do some adjustments here. Yeah. Where are we at here? 60. No, we still need to go a little bit higher here. Where are we at here? 79. There we go. That's way further out than I want it to be. But we're still... Yeah, see him? I don't know. I mean... Maybe my wife would know something. She uses things like that a little bit more than I do. So maybe she would know more about it. But yeah, I don't know really anything about it other than that. Like, I can't think of why it would do that. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Yeah, I'll ask my wife in the morning and see if she knows any more about it. And here, fine. All right, so chat, we've got a 44-second burn time here for this maneuver node. What we're gonna do is we are actually going to start burning 22 seconds before we get to the node, because we know it's going to take 44 seconds. So that way, phone is trying to block me donate. It could be. It could be. So that way we've got 22 seconds on this side of the node and 22 seconds on this side of the node, averaging it out to being all on the node. Yeah, that could be. That could be CM. Alright, we're about to do this here. But then, again, just like the other one, I'm going to walk it in just to where it'll bring me right back and I'll be fine. I mean, really, I don't need to be on... You know what? Just to make it easy, I'm just going to do this right here, prograde. It really does make it easier. In important burns, you don't want to be prograde. Or you want to be right on that maneuver node, but on burns like this that you can pretty much eyeball. Okay, we'll see you in just a second, then see him. But in burns like this where you can pretty much eyeball it, you can just go prograde. It's fine. Like I said, on important burns, you want to be like dead on. Yeah, this is the enhanced edition, Ostrich. I honestly don't know what the difference is between the enhanced edition and the regular, but yes, this is the enhanced edition. Ooh. Dang it. I did not mean to do that, but hey. I hit the wrong button. Still getting used to the controls, guys. Still getting used to the controls. Alright, so let's get rid of this and let's see where we're at here. Boom. Okay, we're going to have to burn retrograde a bit because, yeah, still getting used to those controls, and I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I really don't know what the difference is, Ostrich, between the enhanced edition and the regular edition. This is the enhanced edition. Yeah, I overdid it, so I'm just gonna correct that mistake because I hit the wrong button. But it'll be fine. This will be a piece of cake to rectify. I just bring it back a little bit. I had to do it last mission too, when I went by the moon. No big deal. What button to stop burn? Just down, the down button. But I was trying to see something at the same time, panicked, and hit a different button. And then I tried to hit down and hit down too late. I didn't hit it too, I mean, like half a second late, but at that distance, it really makes a big difference. All right, so we're going to go here, and we're going to warp here. Here we go. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and warp complete. We're going to bring this in here. There we go. Okay, so now I've completed all that. There's no need for me to orbit the moon again, simply because my mission is not to orbit the moon. Let me double check. Yeah, fly by the moon. Yeah, nothing about orbiting the moon. There we go. Yeah, nothing about orbiting the moon. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna observe materials bay. When stream end? You know, I don't know, Ostrich. I don't know when it's gonna end. It may be. You know, it may be here in 45 minutes. It may be here in an hour and 45 minutes. It may be 3-4 hours. I really don't know. I don't have a set time for it to end. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go up here. As long as I'm enjoying myself and audience is enjoying it, the stream will continue to move. Pretty much is how it goes. Okay, so we are gonna go into retrograde. How much fuel do we have? We should have lots of fuel left after that. We still got plenty of fuel left. And what is my periapsis at? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I don't mind that at all. Do not mind it at all. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and increase this a little bit. And just simply watch my my periapsis. You know, let's increase it all the way. Boom. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. And we're just gonna warp over here. Where's the kind of fine. Come on, there we go. Just warp here. I wanted to get closer, but on the Xbox, again, it's annoying to try to do that sometimes. On the PC, you know, you can just click it easily with the mouse. It's easy. It's a whole lot easier on PC. Okay, how far away are we from this? Let's go ahead and let's go right here. Let's warp here. Okay, and what is our... Oh, we're still pretty far away in altitude. So let's just bring it this way. Get ourselves a little bit. Let's just bring it like this, actually. What's that going to? Bring it down. Let's call it there. And then we're going to simply go in here. Boom. Now I will fast forward this part because it'll automatically go back whenever I reach 70,000. That's the way it works. So now again we are in this same holding pattern where I can just sit here and wait for the wait for me to slow down enough to pop my chutes, and we'll be fine there. There we go. Alright, getting closer, getting closer. We're falling a little bit faster than we were last time. The angle's a little bit steeper, which is fine. And something's actually overheating. What's overheating here? I don't know what's overheating. Surely it's not the ablator. I mean, the ablator can't be overheated. That's what it looks like. Interesting. I mean, I am, like I said, I am coming in a lot steeper, so it's, you know, I like to have it actually come in pretty much parallel. Very shallow entry is what I like. Some people argue against that. You want a certain entry, but I like a very shallow entry myself. And I think it's probably because it's just easier that way. Like, I would not argue that whatever degree entry, you know... Ooh. Okay, bring it back. Bring it back. There we go, we're slowing down. I would not argue that whatever degree entry, say 30 degrees, let's say that's what people said, was the best. I would not argue. But it's easier to try to enter it at, say, you know, flat on, you know. It's just so much easier to do. And that's why I think I do it. Alright, time to let that go, and it's time to fast forward until we reach the ground. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here in this. It looks like things are starting to die down. Chat's starting to die down. You guys have been great all day. I mean, I've been streaming since, what, 6:30, something like that. So, I mean, I'm coming up on 8 hours anyway. I mean, you guys have been great. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for the evening. You guys are settling down. This is a great time to do it. You know, we've got a couple missions done, so that works out perfect. So yeah, of course, CM said be right back, starting phone. I don't know if are you still there, CM? Did you ever come back? I don't know if you came back or not. Of course, Ostrich said they'd be right back as well, but there we go. Go ahead and slow time down to 1. And we'll land this, and we will go ahead and recover that. Recover the vessel. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here in just a second here. Figure things out here and see what kind of science I got. If I got enough science to put the satellite, I might be tempted to go ahead and do the satellite. Actually, I might be tempted to do that. If that's the case, 71. No, I need 90. I need 90. So yeah, okay, parts. I've got 500,000 funds now. Lots of reputation. Let's go over here. I completed a couple of missions there. See, I could get tons of, I could get tons of money by going to Minmus, and I might actually have a mission to do so. Okay, explore Kerbal. Okay, so that's an interesting one. That's not one that I really like. I will eventually do this. Let's see, we've got more people orbit around the moon, fly by the moon. More people orbit around Kerbal. That's easy. That's easy. Science data from space around Kerbal. Again, with the satellite, I would get 3 science. If I already had the satellite out there, I would get 3 science, 5 reputation, and 26,000. Just for switching to it, sending something back, and being done with it. There we go. Wow, Ferry 4 tours. All these are, you know, big deals. 3 tourists. There we go. 6 tourists. Wow. I mean, that's some good money. I just have to take, I mean, yeah. Essentially, it would cost, okay, for 6 tourists, that'd take me 3 trips. Chat. For 3 trips. Each trip cost me, what was it, 27,000. So, let's say 28,000. 3 times 28,000. So that would be 84,000 it would cost me. 84,000. That would be my cost. Minus some I'd actually get back each time, like 4,000. So, you know, to bring it down. But let's say 84 on the high end. Now let's add up what I would get from these people. 117 plus 9.75 plus 9.75 plus 9.75 plus 9.75 plus, then we've got a 87.75 plus 9.75 plus 9.75 plus 9.75. Then we've got another 117,000. 7 plus 9.75 plus 9.75 plus 9.75. He's got 4, 9.75. Okay, needless to say, yeah, I would be making a lot. It'd just be a lot. It'd be a whole lot. A lot of money. I'm not going to do it, though. Not yet. I may. In fact, I could probably build a rocket that would take all 6 of them at the same time. That would actually be pretty interesting to do. Why don't I do that? That would be easy to do. Ferry 6 tourists safely to their destinations and back. That wouldn't be hard to do, to build a rocket. Maybe I should do that. I mean, I would have a budget of a crazy amount. I would make literally, yeah. I mean, with this, I would be making over $500,000 right there, easily. And yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to do. Let me see something here. Oh, that's fully upgraded. How much is this one then? I think that's like 800 or something. Yeah. Okay. Let's go over here. I can't quite do that. What about the astronaut complex? Kerbals can perform EVAs. That's a huge deal right there. What is that? Okay. Contracts, unlimited flight planning available. I'll have to increase this eventually. Kerbals on EVAs can collect surface source trains. All right, that's gonna be it. We're gonna take, okay. We're gonna make buku bucks. We are not going to make very much science on this, okay? But we are going to make lots and lots of money on this. Lots of money. I'm guessing it's gonna cost me about 40,000 to build this. And we're just going to be so high in the positive. Okay? Because it would be funny if I built one that could hold like 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there'd be 6 and 4 right there. I may just do that. I may just do that, chat. Actually, that'd be hilarious to do that. It cost me about 50,000. And why not? Some of them want to orbit the moon, so I'd have to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to accept, boom, ferry 4 tourists, and I'm going to accept ferry 6 tourists. All I've got to do is orbit around the moon, and I am good. I'm going to do it all in one flight, chat, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I am going to go ahead and get off the stream, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about how I'm going to do it. I've got an idea. I've got a great idea how I'm going to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and it's been a great 8 hours or so hanging out with you guys. What I am gonna do off camera, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna figure up my budget. All right, what my budget for this is, and if there's any way to make some more of these in here, like these observations, blah blah blah. 2 tourists, I can only fit 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The way I'm thinking about it, okay. And so that's really what I'm working towards, is 10. Although if I did this, I mean, I could add another, you know, something. But, and see, there's 3. But, yeah, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. This one's actually really easy. It's actually really, really easy. That is hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to add up and see what my budget is. And I'm getting out of here. Thank you for watching, chat. I really appreciate it. And we will see you again tomorrow evening, probably about 9 Central Standard Time. So, thanks a lot.